Focus. Kill the lights. Oh, goodness. Scarier with the lights off. Ooh, where's he going? Oh, look at them TVs. I'm rich bastard.
It was a challenge to try and capture something as iconic as
look at that flag.
You know about this. This is arguably the most famous prison in the world, and now you're in it. Just the space, you know, the physicality of it, because it's quite claustrophobic.
What is that?
When modern-day prisons are designed, they really consider not intimidating people or making the spaces, you know, as least stressful as possible. Well, Alcatraz didn't suffer from those restrictions.
Just wait, I'm making a video.
They did the research, they went out, studied Alcatraz, not just from books or internet. They were actually there to feel the environment, so it really sets a mood that gets you a little spooked.
Ooh, what do we got?
Well, we kind of started with the base layout of Alcatraz. The entire island we ended up roughing out in kind of a white box form, and then figuring out what play spaces we wanted to use out of that, what would be the most interesting areas to play, and the connections between spaces, and spaces that the public doesn't necessarily get to go into.
The actual gameplay would be at 133
that psychological horror aspect that we're really looking for. And this is a really good opportunity to really tell something special.
Tommy gun. Remington.
This time around, I feel like it's been identified that there are these side missions that you're going to go out and try to accomplish. Al and the rest of the groups put together this escape plan. But the point is to get the parts and assemble this plane so they can get off
Xbox
the island.
370 98.
We did something new for the first time. We have actually contextual music that goes on. That's the first zombie.
By the way, I uploaded something the other day. I don't know what it was though. Oh, I know what it was. Watch it. It's funny.
Stinger that you hear when you find it, when you discover it, when you start unraveling the story, we start building on the music that you're hearing. And it's really
yeah, watch that. That's funny.
Going along with it in parallel.
I don't remember.
Because we wanted to embrace this kind of...
Oh, no, those aren't mine.
We wanted character actors, guys who could really embody someone.
Those aren't mine. Those are other people who I watch.
Really getting in that kind of guy, you know, we wanted the frantic nature, so he plays a character called Billy Hanson, who's this kind of psychopath who's been employed by the mob to kill people in interesting ways. Chaz Palminteri, he plays a guy called Sal DeLuca.
Stop reading my comments.
Michael Madsen
he was lying his ass off, and I could tell that's why.
He's got his hands dirty, and his blood's in the guts a couple of times. And then we had Joe Patiolano, and he plays Arthur Arlington, who's nicknamed the Weasel. Those guys, they bring a quality and a subtlety and timing that you can't really identify or try to recreate.
Bring it on!
What is it?
You start off in the afterlife mode, and that's just going to be what's going on. You're going to try to solve the mystery from the second you start.
Afterlife, to me, brings a new element, like a new puzzle element. It forces me to think a little bit more, or look for the clues, or kind of think of zombies.
Why are you looking at the videos that I watch?
You see clues throughout the map that tell you perhaps
them.
If I'm in the afterlife, I can interact with this object, or there's some puzzle going on here that I need
that
to
guy's really good at beatboxing. Like, really good. Like, watch him. Yeah, that was Eugene Yakel. I played with him. He has like 200K subs.
And so we had this kind of backstory, the idea.
Read what I commented in.
One of them is a blundergat. It's a fictional weapon, but the idea of the combination between a blunderbuss and a Gatling gun, and possibly there might be a way of upgrading it to a more fantastical weapon that the players may find.
You just went now.
There's one main zombie, one big zombie that's going to come through and wreak havoc on your life. He'll lock down the perk machine, he'll close down the box, so you have to pay to get that open again. So you don't want him to interfere with your process.
Now's a good time to pick a fight.
It's a fun challenge. It keeps things moving forward. In terms of perks, we have a new perk called Electric Cherry. When you reload, it gives a shock around, which scales over time.
Who's asking for it, baseball?
What are you watching?
Every time I play it, there's a new tactic to take, a new experience, a new objective to go for. But there's also this layer of things that we aren't exactly exposing to the players right off the bat, and will need to be discovered.
What the fuck is that? It's like a dog, I dig it. There's riot seals in this town.
We've got the undead in there, we've got these historical elements, and these fantastic actors all seem to be at peace with each other in this kind of same world. So it's magical, and our team is incredibly excited by it.